Hi. Hello. Hello. My name is Jeana, and it is the end of 2021. I'm going to be talking about the most used makeup products in my collection this year. Honestly, my makeup habits have changed so much. I feel like I just haven't been doing my makeup as much. No, actually. This year, I ran out of a lot of my favorites that I had last year, and what I did instead was I tried out a whole bunch of new products this year, only for me to come and realize this month that all the products I used last year and that are my holy grails are still my holy grails, so this year was pretty much a waste. It's okay. I learned a lot. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the things I tried to use instead of my holy grails. Is that too long of an intro? Possibly. We're going to start with eyes, and the first product I use in my routine every time I'm doing my makeup is the Smashbox 24-hour Photofinish Shadow Primer. I've been using this exact one forever. It's probably expired, but it does the job. It keeps my eyeshadow on my eyeballs, and I can tell when it's not there. Sometimes I forget to use this, like if I'm in a rush or something, and wow, my eyelid oils do not come to play. They will break down all the makeup that are on my eyeballs. Moving on. I feel like I just need to be really inspired by a makeup palette, like an eyeshadow palette, for me to buy it, because I have a ton in my drawer that I just prefer to use anyway. So the one palette that I did pick up this year and use, of course, is the Hindash palette. I actually filmed a whole video, like a whole 7-day wear test. I'm gonna insert some clips here.
Wow, that took a wow, that was fast. Okay, that's cool.
I think this is a pretty successful look. Today I kind of did like a rushed look. This is the look I created today. I think today's like what, the 5th day doing this? This is how it looks like. I truly use this palette a lot. Basically replaced my Totsi Beauty palette, even though I still love that palette a lot. Also RIP Totsi Beauty. This palette just has a good gradient of neutrals, reds and pinks. Good face palette if you want to use it for face. Good overall palette. I really like the shade Real, like this gray shade. I don't have a gray in my collection, which is crazy. Aside from the Pastel Goth palette, I really like the way this blends. I feel like it's really good for beginners, but if you want to like pack a shadow on your eyes, I feel like that's really hard to get out of this palette because it blends so easily. It's really hard for me to build up color in one spot if I just want, like, for say, the gray shade all over my eyes. It takes me a while to get there, which I don't necessarily love, but I do love the fact that it blends well. I use this palette in conjunction and most likely to be like a complementary palette to a lot of other eyeshadows in my collection. I find myself just reaching for this every day. Like, I have it on my eyes today. I use the neutrals, okay? Next up, eyeliner. Cosmetics. This is the one eyeliner that I've been using. Honestly, I've gone through so many of these. It's a good, reliable eyeliner, but I am in the market for a new eyeliner. I am very tempted to try Hindash's eyeliner. Did I say that? This is the Cosmetics Illustrative eyeliner in the brush tip. Very simple, clean, black. It also comes in brown. I like it. I've been using it for years. Eyelashes. I always wear eyelashes. Come on. I feel like no look is complete on my face without eyelashes. I've been really using doe lashes this year, and they do the job. Accompanying the eyelashes, of course, Eyelash Glue, Duo latex-free eyelash glue. This is the one I've been using forever and will continue to use forever unless I'm using individual eyelashes, because I feel like this is not the medium for that. It's reliable. What else is there to say? It's eyelash glue. Moving on to the base makeup. Let's talk about primer. I actually ran out of my primers this year, and it was kind of awful. I went on this entire journey of trying to work with new primers and new foundations, so it was a big mess this year. But I ended up using the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer a lot this year. It just blurs out my pores, but I also think that the powder I'm going to be mentioning also does a really good job of blurring my pores, like my face in general. I really think it's the powder that does all that. But, you know, this is the one I've been using, and I might as well use it up because I have it, right? I do prefer the Tatcha Silk Peony that I had last year though. Next up is color corrector. I have the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in the shade Medium to Deep. This was before Becca had closed their doors and before it was announced that the products from Becca will be going under the Smashbox umbrella. So this product is still available. It looks used. Don't look at that. This is basically my replacement for the Eve Pearl one that I had last year. I do like the color of that a little bit more. However, I don't really like the texture of it. It's kind of dry on my skin, and I feel like this does the job. You know, I'm gonna use it. I like it. As long as it's not too orangey, it works fine on my olive skin. For foundation, this is kind of interesting because I've been going through a lot of foundations. Regardless, I tried a bunch of foundations this year, but recently, ever since this product came out, I've been using it practically non-stop. I even used up an entire sample's worth of this product, and that is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. I'm so happy that I picked it up. It's really nice. The undertones in her foundations are insane because I had a sample pack, as I mentioned earlier, and a couple of the shades could have worked on my skin. It's a really good foundation, and it also comes in the box like this with the topper, and because it comes like this, I often leave it on my desk, so I've been reaching for it a lot. I know this was a fall release, so I haven't been using it for too long, but I just feel like this is the one thing that has been really standing out in my collection that I really enjoy. I feel like Lisa Eldridge products just excite me in general. I bought a bunch of her stuff this year and I'm not mad about it at all. Next up, I would like to talk about concealers, and the one concealer that I have been using since last year is the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer in the shade Sepia. It's creamy, it blends, it's full coverage. What more can I ask from it? It's so pretty. I will say that I wish Hourglass did release a better complexion line for this. I feel like all of the shades are a little whack. All of them. They're not catering towards anyone. I just feel like the shades are either too pink or too yellow. They're corrector shades in the regular lineup. It's a little weird. My under eyes are not necessarily brightened, but they look good. They look fine. Alright, for powder. This one I'm actually really excited to talk about, and that is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. It's a little redundant of a name, and this is in the shade Sugar Cookie, the transparent white one. I didn't get the hype, okay? I did not understand the hype on YouTube about this powder until I got it, and wow, I get it. I feel like all talc powders kind of do the same thing, but this one, for some reason, it did something different. I feel like typically talc makes my skin look dry, which is why I returned the One Size Beauty one last year, but something about this one just makes my skin look so good. Every time I walk by a mirror and I look at my skin, I'm like, wow, wow, she's looking good. She's looking good. And I feel like that's how you should feel about your makeup, right? Right. But also, as a precautionary tale, a final step, I also use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade number 2. Honestly, I use this as a finishing step just to make sure my skin looks good, just to make sure that no oil is coming through, and honestly it does a really great job. I feel like the combination of these two powders have been doing my skin some justice. They've been doing a really good job. As for will they keep my makeup on my face while I'm wearing a mask? No, but it makes my face look good. That's okay. I'm also not going to be like hugging anyone in this pandemic. No. So my face does transfer a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Moving on to contour. I've been using cream contours, and the one I've been using is from Patricktaw. It is the Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo in the shade She Sculpted. I don't know if you can tell, but the creams have been used a lot. The powder, not so much. I don't know what I'm gonna do once I run out of the cream because I have powders that I like to use. I just feel like the powder leans very red. I understand because it's like a bronzer shade, right? But I just want the contour aspect of it. I really like it. It's kind of the same thing as the Huda one I was using. Alright, speaking of contour powders, my true beloved, most used product probably in my entire makeup journey. The product I've been using the most for powder contour is the Shade and Light Contour Kit by KBD Beauty. I finally hit pan in this palette after 5 years. That's crazy. This was recent too. My first pan ever. That's so cool. So cool. Does this need an introduction? Does this need any explaining? It just does the job. There's a couple of different shades in here that I like to use. I've used this palette for so long. So long. And I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of it. There's no competition here. She takes the cake, and I will definitely be refilling this palette once I'm out of a certain shade. So technically it never dies. Moving on to blush. I feel like I've been on a rendezvous with a couple different blushes. I've been using a lot of different types of blushes this year, different textures as well. More so, I've been using this blush a lot recently, so I feel like it deserves to be in this video. That is the Cosmetics Heaven's Glow blush in Magic Hour. Such a pretty blush. I feel like it just complements my skin well. I feel like this color can't go wrong. It's like a warm, peachy, pinky color. Very much like the Note Cosmetics Desert Rose that I like. Yeah, I like it a lot. I really do. As for highlight, I didn't really use highlight that often this year. I've been dabbling into liquid highlights, and it has occurred to me that my liquid highlights are a little bit darker than my pale skin right now. So that hasn't been working out too much. Just so you all know, I'm still using the Hourglass Metallic Strobe lighting palette. That's my favorite palette. So the last category is lip products, and nothing has changed really. My favorite lip product of the year is the Cosmetics Crystal Quartz. This stuff makes your lips look so juicy, like so immensely juicy. Juice. I actually just went through a whole thing of this recently again, so this is a new fresh bottle. It's kind of concerning how often I go through these. A good runner-up though is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jellies in the shade Chill. This is just their clear one. This one feels so comfortable. It doesn't feel like lip gloss at all. The Cosmetics ones has like a slight tack to it, but nothing sticky at all. But this, you really can't feel anything. Get yourself a bunch of lip gloss. Thank you. I realized I forgot to talk about my brow product that I have been using a lot this year, and that is the Patricktaw Shaping Wax in the shade Clear. Mine's is so dirty. I don't think I want to show you all the inside of it. I don't recommend this product if you want to stay clean. This product keeps my eyebrows in place, and that's all I really need. I will say products that come in a format where I have to dip a brush into makes the eyebrow product last longer. I've never had an eyebrow product as long as I've had this one. And I believe that is it. I think that's it. These are all the things I've been using a lot this year. Anyway, that's it for me. This is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to know what I'm up to, what I'm doing, I'm streaming on Twitch at the Jeana X. If you want to see my latest video, it's been a while, but it's gonna be right there. Actually, right here. I want to make it down here. And if you want to subscribe, please subscribe. Anyway, I forgot how to do this YouTube thing, so I'm gonna go now. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.